So now we will discuss areas of combinations of plane figures. So by now you know how to find out areas of simple figures, and now you also know how to find out area of a sector, of a segment. We'll make use of knowledge of all those areas to find out areas for real life cases where plane figures are to be identified, and then you combine them to find out the requisite area. So here we have two circular flower beds. You can see them. So AB and CD, they are two flower beds, and they are on two sides of a square lawn ABCD. Now this square lawn has a side 56 meters. So you can easily find out the area of a square. If the center of each circular flower bed, because every circle has a center, right? And the center of both these flower beds is this point O, which happens to be the point of intersection of the two diagonals AC and BD also for the square lawn. You have to find the sum of the areas of the lawn and the flower beds. So it will make sense to first of all find out the sum of to find out the area of the square lawn first. So area of square lawn, what is it? ABCD. So area of a square is what? Side square. Do we know the side? Yes, that is 56. So 56 square. So let me just keep it 56 square, the unit being meter square. So just remember this. Now you need to find out the area of the flower beds. Now that is a bit challenging. So we can say that if O is center, then your OA and OB are radii of the circle. OA and OB are radii of circle, and hence OA and OB are equal as well, right? So OA and OB are equal. So let the two OA and OB, which is basically the radius of a circle, let it be equal to x, the unit being meters, because everything is in meters here. So we have assumed them to be x meter each. Now AB will also be 56 meter, and so will be AD and DC as well, because sides of a square are equal. So this is 56 meters. And you must be knowing that diagonals of a square bisect each other, but the angle at which they bisect each other is very special. That angle is 90 degree. So this means that your angle AOB is equal to 90 degrees. Okay, so that makes your triangle AOB right angled, right? So here you can apply Pythagoras theorem. So what is the hypotenuse here? Side opposite to the right angle, that is AB. So I can say AB square is equal to AO square plus OB square, because I have applied Pythagoras theorem over here. Then my AO and OB were assumed to be x. So I'll write x square plus x square is equal to AB square, which is 56 square. So that gives me 2x square is equal to 56 square. So my x square will be what? So 56 square is 56 into 56. So 2 cancels, and here you have 20. So x square is 28 into 56. And the unit will be what? Meter into meter, meter square. So you can make this as one of your equations, or you can just highlight this, okay? Because we'll be directly making use of this x square value in many other calculations now. So if you note here, so look carefully, tell me, what are these flower beds? Are they sectors? Are they segments? Are they circles? Or are they triangles? What are they? Well, there are two flower beds, AB and CD namely, and both of them are segments. Okay. So what are your segments? Your flower beds over here are segments. Please note this. So to find out the areas, we basically need to find out the area of the segment. Since it has not been mentioned, we'll take that segment to be the minor segment. So to find out the area of a segment, you require two more areas. You require the area of a sector, and you require the area of a triangle. So let me first focus on AB segment, or AB flower bed, whatever you want to call it. So here let's first of all find out the area of the sector. So here the sector is AOB. So area of sector AOB. What is the area of sector? Pi r square by 360 into theta. Now pi, they have not mentioned what we have to take pi as, so let me take it as 22 by 7 into r square. So here What is your radius? It is x. We took these radii as x. So 22 by 7 into x square upon 360 into theta. This angle, diagonals of a square bisect at 90 degrees. So this was 90. And here instead of x square, you can substitute that value 28 into 56 that we highlighted. So you can write this area of sector AOB as 22 by 7 into 28 into 56 into 90. Okay, upon 360. Alright, so when you simplify this, your area of sector AOB will turn out to be 22 into 56. Again, because it's area, so its unit will be distance square, so that's meter square. Now, you found out the area of sector, but what about the triangles? The triangle here is AOB. So, area of triangle AOB. Now, that is also easy to find. You can make use of the formula half base into height because this is already a right angle triangle. So, here if you look carefully, your base is OB and your height is AO. So, that will become x into x. So, that will become 1 by 2 of x square. So, again we make use of that value of x square which was 28 into 56. So, 1 by 2 into 28 into 56. So that becomes 14 into 56 meters square. Okay. So now we know area of sector and area of triangle. So I can easily find out area of AB flower bed, which happens to be a segment. So it will be equal to area of sector with sector AOB minus area of triangle AOB. What is the area of sector? That was 22 into 56. Meter square minus area of triangle AOB was 14 into 56, unit was meter square. Now you can take 56 common, inside you will get 22 minus 14 which is 8. So 56 into 8 meter square, when you multiply the two, you get 448 meter square. So this is the area of your flower bed AB. Now in a similar fashion, I want you to find out the area of the flower bed CD. Exactly on the same lines we will be working. So here also if you notice CD is a segment. Okay, so this flower bed is also a segment. So here you need to find out the area of sector ODC. Okay, that will be what? Pi r square upon 360 into theta. So pi will be taken as 22 by 7. Here we have 360 as well. Now what is the radius? Here also if AO and OB are equal, OD and OC will also be equal because they are also radii of a circle. So if these were taken as x, these will also be x. So that will become x square into theta. This angle is also 90 degree here. Okay, then you plug in the value of x square over here. So that will become 22 by 7. X square was 28 into 56. Here you have 360. Here you have 90. Find out this area. It will turn out to be some value in meter square. Now you'll also need to subtract the area of triangle ODC from this sector. So area of triangle ODC will be half base into height. So base and height, both of them are radii of a circle which we took to be x. That become half x square. Half x square was what? 28 into 56. So that will become 14 into 56 meters square. In fact, this will also turn out to be 22 into 56 meters square only. So to find out area of flower bed CD, what you need to do is area of sector COD minus area of triangle COD. So when you just make the substitution here, 22 into 56 minus 14 into 56, which becomes 56 into 8. This also turns out to be 448 meters square. Alright. So now we already know what the area of our square lawn was. We calculated it to be 56 square meters square. So now what is the area of your flower beds? So there are two flower beds, right? Both of them have an area 448. So you just add them up. So that becomes 448 plus 448, that is 896 meters square. But you had to find the sum of the area of the lawn plus the flower bed. So you can say total area is equal to 56 square. This 56 square is actually 3136 meters square. So 3136 plus 896, and that turns out to be 403 meters square. So this is the sum of the area of the lawn and the flower bed. Then find the area of the shaded region. So here ABCD is a square, its side is 14 centimeter. So if one side of a square is given to us, it automatically means that all sides are equal. So all of them would be having side 14 centimeter. So can you find out the area of the square over here? ABCD, that is going to be side square. That will be 14 square, that is 196, and the unit will be centimeter square. So this is my total area. Now I have to find the area of the shaded region. So to find the area of shaded region, the logic that we can employ here is area of shaded region is equal to total area minus the shaded area or the unshaded area. So yeah, okay, so if I take the total area and I subtract this unshaded area, I'll get the shaded area, because if you look, the shaded area does not really give you any shape, but the other parts still make sense. The total area we have found out, that is the area of square, that is 196 centimeters square, and the unshaded area is also relatively easy to find, because if you look carefully, there are 4 circles in the unshaded area. There are 4 circles, so you can easily find out the area of a circle, that is pi r square. But for that we need to know the radius, but the thing is, here we do not know the radius. What we know here is the side 14 centimeter. So if side of square is 14 centimeter, it means that this entire distance is also 14 centimeter. And since 2 circles are totally fitted in this square, it means the diameter of each circle will be 7. So 7 plus 7, that way only will get 14 centimeter, right? So we can say that diameter of each of these 4 circles is equal to 14 upon 2 is equal to 7 centimeters. But I am interested in finding out the radius. Is there any relation between diameter and radius of a circle? Yes, your diameter is 2r, so your r is equal to d by 2. So what is d over here? 7, so 7 by 2 centimeter. If I know this radius, I can easily find out area of one circle. That will be what? Pi r square. Let me take pi as 22 by 7. R square will be 7 by 2, 7 by 2. This cancels, and this will become 77 by 2. Unit will be centimeter square. But the total unshaded area is actually equal to area of 4 circles. We know area of only one circle. Make use of unitary method. Tell me the area of 4 circles. That will be 4 into 77 by 2. 2 to cancel, centimeter square. So this will turn out to be 154 centimeter square. So your unshaded area is 154 centimeter square. Your total area is 196 centimeter square. So your shaded area will be 196 minus 154, that will turn out to be 42 centimeters square. So this is your answer. So just identify figures which you already know, find out their areas, and then just solve the question. Then we have the last example for the day. So here it looks like a beautiful flower. The petals of a flower are given to us, and you have to find out the area of these petals only, the shaded design. So here ABCD, as you can see, is a square of side 10 centimeter. So it automatically means that all sides are of 10 centimeters. So can you find out the total area over here? The total area is basically area of square, that is side square. Each side is of 10 centimeters, so 10 square, that is 100, unit being centimeter square. So now again, how will we find the shaded area? This shaded area is like petals, but we don't know, unfortunately, how to find out the area of a petals directly. So we can say that shaded area is equal to total area minus the unshaded area. Now you would be wondering, why am I asking you to find unshaded area? Because this doesn't make sense either at the moment. But trust me, I'll tell you how we'll do that. So let me label these unshaded regions. So there are 4 of them. So let me call this 1, this 2, this is 3, and this as 4. So I've labeled my 4 unshaded regions as 1, 2, 3, 4. So unshaded area means area of 1 plus area of 2 plus area of 3 plus area of 4. So now if this entire if the entire side is 10 centimeters, if you notice carefully, here we are having semicircles. Okay, I don't know if you can see them. So this is one semicircle. Can you spot other semicircles for me? This is another semicircle. Well, there are 2 more. This is another semicircle, and this is another semicircle. So now if it is a semicircle, by semi we mean half. That means it's half of a circle. So this is the diameter of my semicircle. If you notice this semicircle, so AB is diameter of a semicircle. Okay, so this semicircle is having diameter equal to AB, that is 10 centimeters. So if this is its diameter, I can find out its radius. I told you diameter is twice of radius. So it means R will be what? D by 2. So it will be 10 by 2, that is 5 centimeters. Okay, so in fact you can see that for each of the semicircles, that each semicircle has r equal to 5 centimeter. Now let me focus on my areas 1 and 3. So if I want to find out area of 1 plus 3, these two unshaded regions, how will I find that? I can say that this is equal to this square. From this I am subtracting my two semicircles, this and this. Okay, when I subtract these two semicircles, this is my unshaded region 1 and this is my unshaded region 3. So I need to take the area of the square, which I have already found as 100 centimeters square, minus I will subtract the area of these two semicircles. Okay, so if my area of circle is pi r square, so my area of semicircle will be half the area of a circle, that will become pi r square by 2. Now do I know this r value? I already know it, that is 5 centimeters. So pi r square by 2, that is for one semicircle, but if you notice here I am having two semicircles, so pi r square by 2 into 2. So that will be 100 minus 2 cancels pi r square. So let me take pi as 3.14 and instead of r square let me take it as 5 into 5. So when you solve this, you get 100 minus 78.5 and this will give you 21.5 centimeters square. So now in a similar way we can find out the area of unshaded region 2 and 4. So I can say area of 2 plus 4 is equal to area of this square minus, from this square I have deducted this area, these two semicircles. Okay, because if I subtract these two semicircles area, what I get is the unshaded region 2 and 4. So this area of square we've already found out as 100 minus, for the semicircles I told you that the area will be pi r square by 2, but because we have two semicircles, so I'll multiply this by 2. So 2 cancels out, I get 100 minus, instead of pi you can use the value 3.14 as stated in the question, into r square, that was 5 into 5. So when you solve this, you get 100 minus 78.5, that is 21.5 centimeter square. So your total area was the area of square A, B, C, D, that turned out to be 10 square, that is 100 centimeters square. Okay, then your total unshaded area will be equal to area of 1 and 3 because you calculated them together, plus area of 2 and 4 because you calculated them together. So what was the area of 1 and 3? That was 21.5, and here also it turns out to be 21.5. So if I add them, I get 43 centimeters square. Now if I do 1 minus 2, if I take the total area, and from here if I subtract this unshaded region, then I'll get the shaded region. So this will give me my shaded area as 100 minus 43, that is 57 centimeters square. So this is your answer. So now time for a quick revision. So we discussed in the very beginning that circumference of a circle is what? It is the boundary of a circle. And what do we mean by the area of a circle? By area we mean the total space which that circle is occupying. So we discussed some formulas for circumference and area. So for circumference, what was it? It was 2 pi r. But also we said that d is equal to 2r. So I can club this 2 and r. So I can say it's pi into d. For the area, what was the formula? That was pi r square by 2. Alright, then we also saw that circumference divided by the diameter of a circle gives me a constant ratio. So what is that constant equal to? That is equal to pi. So this is a Greek letter, but which pi is it? Is it the pi that we eat? No. It is an irrational number which is non-terminating and non-recurring, and its value can be taken as what? 22 by 7, or what is its decimal value? 3.14. Then we also saw that what is a sector? So sector is the region which is enclosed between, if this is my circle with center O, these are the two radii, and let's say this is my corresponding arc. So this entire region is what we call the sector. And here if I just slice off this curved region, then this curved region alone will be the segment of my circle. So we also saw that we have a major segment, we have a minor segment. When the two add up, what do we get? The entire circle. And for a sector also we saw, if I add minor and major sector, what do I get? The area of the total sector. So when it's not mentioned in the question which sector or segment it is, what do you take by default? You take it to be minor. Then we discussed area of sector, minor sector. So area of sector, what was that equal to? Pi r square by 360 into theta. And what about area of a segment? So that was area of sector minus, what did we subtract from here? Area of the triangle. So that will be pi r square upon 360 into theta minus area of triangle. Now we saw that there are different ways to calculate this area. By half base into height, you make use of trigonometry knowledge, you can use Heron's formula, there are many ways. Then we also found the length of arc for this sector. So how do we get the length of arc? That was equal to 2 pi r upon 360 into theta. Then we also saw some more things here, like if this is the angle theta for my minor sector, what was the angle for major sector? That was 360 minus theta. So if I want to find out area of major sector, I did area of circle minus area of this sector. So what was that formula that I taught you? Area of major sector. So that was pi r square minus pi r square theta by 360. Further, you can take LCM, you can take some things common and you'll get your answer. Then we also discussed here. So a quick exercise for you. What is this shape that I have drawn? This is somewhat a circle, and this is its center O. Now, what are these line segments representing? A and OA and OB? The radii. So OA, OB are my radii of circle. So what is so special about radii? That they turn out to be equal, and O over here is your center. Then this is your curved arc, okay? And this OAB overall is what? It is a sector. OAB is a sector. Which sector? Minor sector. And this remaining space is your major sector. Now you tell me, what is this? This is a triangle. Which triangle? OAB. And what about this space alone? What do we call this? This is a segment. And be more precise, is it minor or major? It is minor. So similarly, we also have a major segment. So that's it for this chapter. Thank you.